So you've kind of pinpointed one quality that a young entrepreneur should have, that is the ability to kind of recognize spot on what idea will work, what idea will have an impact. What other qualities do you think a young entrepreneur should have to succeed?
One thing what is needed is that once you have decided to do something for the people, then you should be looking at many different ideas and how to go about it. So it's not one idea which is, if it doesn't fly, that doesn't mean that you have failed. You need to look at many different things that you could do, and there are many different sectors in which you can apply your mind to. I don't want young entrepreneurs to think that this didn't work, so therefore I failed. I think that there are many things that could be done by young entrepreneurs, and many of them are coming up with lots of different wonderful ideas, and they're also implementing them. So learning from others is of course there, and we need to learn also from poor people. Learning from poor people is very important. So whenever if you're thinking about helping poor people, talk with them, and you'll get a lot of different ideas, and I'm sure that some of it might click, that you come up with a solution to that problem.
What do you think are some of the opportunities that exist within Asia, let's say, that young people should get interested in? I'm sure that you would want to do more, but you're unable to do so with given time and all that. But what would you expect young entrepreneurs in Asia to get into?
Well, Asia is still, particularly South Asia, is still very poor. East Asia is doing better, and Southeast Asia has also grown much faster than South Asia. So for East Asians, it will be new kind of technology, new ways of doing things. Poverty alleviation, much of the poverty has already been taken care of. There is still some people who are disadvantaged, who are poor. We need to look after them. So find out the ways of doing something for the poorest in your community, something for the disadvantaged, something for the malnourished. So all kinds of things are still there in our societies. Even if China or Vietnam has done very well over the years, I think there are still things to do. And I'm sure that every society, whether it is developed or developing, all of them have got opportunities for young entrepreneurs to be engaged in helping poor people.
When you go abroad to talk about Bangladesh, obviously you have a lot of good stories to relate to them, but how do you defend your country when there's so many negative connotations that come with being Bangladeshi or being even Asian or Southeast Asian? So how do you deal with that? I'm sure you have to defend the region to a lot of people from developed nations.
No, I don't think I need to defend because I think Asia has, East Asia and South Asia over the years has been, certainly in the last 10 to 20 years, have done much better than anywhere else in the world. So we are growing, we are solving some of the problems in our societies, but we need to be more holistic in the sense that we need to get all our people doing certain things. We need to improve our quality of our education. So these are some of the unfinished agenda in Asia. Quality education. Even if China has done very well, quality of education is still not as high as some of the European children are getting education in. So I would say that Asians need to look at one area which is going to make a lot of difference in our society is education, quality of education that we provide to our future generation. So that's to ensure that we need to work on that in a much more different way than we have done before.
So if we kind of take this opportunity to ask you about 3 specific lessons that you have learned and you would want to tell others in life, what would those 3 lessons be?
One is to be ambitious. Don't get too comfortable with what you are doing. Look for achievement much bigger than what you have so far achieved. So ambition is important. Unless you are ambitious, you really can't go anywhere. So don't be too satisfied with what you have done. So that's one. Secondly, Small, as I said, the small is beautiful, but sometimes if you want to change our society or have an impact in our society, then you need to have a much bigger enterprise to have an impact in your society. So don't again remain small and beautiful, because most of the countries in Asia are quite large, and in order to have a national impact, you need to expand your program or expand your reach to reach many more people. And thirdly, I would say persistence. Whatever you're doing, don't give up. You need to, it needs a lifetime of work to really make something of changing society to something better than what we found it. So that's important. So persistence, ambition, and of course, ability to scale up your program. These are important things.